Here's gonna be one of my pet peeve tech talks. I'm gonna put this out in audio format too, so if you're following the podcast, don't have time to watch this video. I'm hoping to portray my annoyance, I guess is what I'll call it. Pet peeve. Number one thing that if you're not doing it, you need to be doing it, especially if you're running dirt, and that is washing your air filters. I mean, this is one of the simplest things you can do, a dirty air filter. If you're having issues, it seems like the kart's low on power, carb's not set right, it's not getting enough fuel, or it's getting too much fuel, it's loading up. If I come over and look at your air filter and it's dirty, you're going to need to start washing them. You're going to have to either buy a new one or get another one out of your trailer, get something on there, get some freshly oiled one, get that on there, because even an air filter this dirty, which isn't that bad, it's too dirty. Another thing is, you oil your foams and not your filter, your foams get dirty. You need to make sure that you're washing your foams out. I purposely found the dirtiest one I could find from the last week, 2 weeks of racing that we've been doing, and left it dirty so I could do this video, and I finally got time to do this video. So no, this is not me neglecting my own air filters. I'm doing this so I can prove a point. If you have dirt buildup on 75 to 80% of your foam filter of any sort, whether it's rubber from the asphalt track, rubber from a dirt track, or dust and dirt built up from the foam or from the oil that you have on your foam, you need to get it washed. It's that simple, guys. I mean, okay, you run an outerwears, great, that's a good thing to run, just make sure you're oiling your filter a little bit. But an outerwear that's dirty is a useless outerwear. I mean, it's plugged up, airflow is restricted. You need to get these washed out too, and there's no science to them. I mean, it's simple. A dirty filter is plugged up. It's not going to do you any good. So make sure you're taking the time to wash your filters. Alright guys, just to further drive my point home, I'm going to show you how to wash an air filter. Bucket, water, with a little bit of Dawn dishwashing soap in it. That's all we use. You don't have to get anything special. You don't have to pay the $10 for the extra filter wash that they have. I mean, that stuff's useful if you're in a bind, you're in a pinch, you need to get something washed out real quick at the track or something like that. You want to try and flush it quick. Then yeah, if you have a can of that, but don't go buy a special can to keep in your shop. Dawn dishwashing soap and water, and just you slosh it around. You don't have to get it. There's no technical science to this. It takes all of 2-3 minutes of your time to flush one of these out, rinse it out. The Dawn dishwashing soap will grab to the dirt and the oils and stuff and pull and wash them clean. These fabric ones clean up really easy. Just had a conversation today with a gentleman complaining of how expensive karting is getting. He can't afford to keep his kart on. Every week is a new filter, new tires, new this, new that. Well, here's a simple fix. Run a fabric filter and wash it out every week. Right there, you're saving yourself $12. 20, I think they're $25 if you're buying the 206, the actual animal, the Briggs & Stratton 206. But if you're lucky enough to run at a track where they have an open air filter rule, keep 1 or 2 filters on hand and wash them out every week and cycle them out. Sure, you'll run 2 filters in a day if you want to put a clean one on for the feature. That's fine. And all you have to do is then you just got to wash 2 filters when you get home. So there's nothing to it. Literally just flush them out real good and then rinse them with water and let them dry. You want to dry them a little quicker, put them in front of a fan. I mean, there's nothing to it. This is one of my big pet peeves, though. I've seen a lot of dirty filters out there. A lot of guys that are just buying new ones and putting new dry ones on. Do not just put a brand new dry filter on there. You need to oil it a little bit. You need to get some sort of
something sticky in there so that way it grabs that dirt and traps it, and you don't end up dusting a motor. Because if you dust a motor and it gets in and it does something to the rings or it does something to the sleeve, you're going to end up having to replace an entire motor, because of most 206s, if you're running the 206 class, you're not able to actually go in the bottom end because they're sealed. And there are guys out there that'll tell you that yes, we can crack the seals, we can rebuild the bottom end, put them back together. That is illegal. If you're running a 206 class, it is illegal to cut the seals and go into the bottom end. You can do the top end, you can do a new valve job, just make sure you're following the specs. But this is the simplest way. If you're having issues with cost of karting, right here, fabric air filter, wash it every week. Lightly oil this or lightly oil your foam. When it comes to the foams, right, same water, same soapy water, and just scrub them through with your hands. These will, if they're the foams and they're really dense, they're really thick, they'll take a little doing. Some of them might stain a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're getting the dirt particles out of them. And that's already 10 times better. There's still a little bit of a stain mark there. This is a pretty new foam, so this will go away pretty quick. To touch on it, the outerwears, same thing. In the soapy water, scrub it around, flush it around. You'll actually feel the dirt releasing out of the outerwears. You'll kind of feel the grit against your hands, and that's a good thing. As you scrub it, it'll start coming clean, and then you just rinse it with water. It's that simple. Nothing real technical, real crazy you have to do with them. That's the best way I can tell you to cut costs and be able to keep racing. And if you're having power issues, check your filters. It's one of the first things I'll tell you to check. Then we'll start looking at carburetor. If you got a clean filter on, clean foam, clean outerwears, whatever you're running, that's clean, and you're still down on power, then let's look at some of the other stuff. We'll look into the carburetor. But that's the tech video for the day. It's a very basic one, but after a couple of the conversations I have, I just wanted to make sure that, well, it's a perfect opportunity. Let's touch on it. Let's wash a filter, put it on video, get it up on YouTube for you guys. And for those of you that didn't know that, sorry if I sounded a little harsh, a little rash, but for those of you that didn't know, yes, this is a very, very, very good way to do it. You don't need to buy the expensive R2C filters to be competitive. You're not going to have that much gain out of them. And personally, I think they don't protect as well. If anybody wants to challenge me on that, I open your argument. And but I've been running fabric filters for a lot of years and doing really well with fabric filters. And I don't see where a paper filter is going to actually push me into the front. But otherwise, if you're new to the karting game, fabric is the way I have done it for, we're going on 13, 14 years now, and it's been very, very successful for us. We have run some of the same filters for 2-3+ years. Just keep washing them, keep them dry, let them dry out, keep them protected out of the elements. I keep mine in a bucket that seals up nice and tight so bugs can't get to them. And it's as simple as that. You can run a lot of these filters for 2-3 years if you take care of them. So with that, hope you guys found this useful. Like I say, I apologize for being a little harsh, but I had to kind of get this out. And like I say, it's one of my pet peeves. So make sure you guys are taking care of your filters. And with that, talk to you later. Here's another small cost-saving idea you can do. This is a seat that was hit last week, or 2 weeks ago I should say, and it broke out. You can see the crack through it. No, this seat will not go with the kart if I sell this kart. This is the 2016 Platinum that's on. But teach yourself how to do some fiberglass. Go pick up some resin, some hardener, and some sheets of fiber, and repair your seats. And repair your bodies, your fiberglass bodies, doing a little bit of work. We'll probably do a little video one of these days when we repair that body for future use. I'll show you how to lay in fiberglass and stuff like that, or at least how I do it. Might not be the 100% perfect way, the way the body shops do it, but at least the way I do it. You can kind of help save yourself a little money
Maybe you only have to buy a nose cone instead of a nose cone, 2 side panels to replace something. But yeah, teach yourself to do some fire plus, and you can go ahead and you can save some money by fixing your seats like I did. I fixed several of my own seats and fixed several of my own bodies when I was in the younger classes. This is the first one I've had to do in a long time, but I just got hung up behind a cart and wrong place, wrong time, got caught. So that, I hope you guys had a good night. We've got a couple of videos we're going to post. You're going to start seeing some older stuff that's going to get posted from earlier in the year. Some of the stuff you're going to see that I've done leading up to this, just because we're so busy right about this time of year that it's hard for me to try and run the video and take pictures and try and remember to post them. I start a lot of the media that I've already done. Some of it I haven't even posted yet. Some of it you probably already seen. I'm just going to repost or post some new content, but it's previously recorded, a month ago or so. So it's not completely outdated, but it's within this season. Just recorded a while back and just needed to. It's something I recorded and I just kind of bypassed for the time being. But otherwise, I hope you guys had a great night. I'm looking forward to this Monday, getting back on the track, running some laps. If I can get it put together, I'm going to try and run the recon. I've had a lot more requests though for people that want to see this Platinum on track. Like I say, it's a fast kart. Yes, it is for sale. Why would I sell something that's fast? But because I want to get to testing the 2017, 2018s, and I want to get to testing this 2017 recon a little bit more in depthly than I already have. So get with me if you're interested. We'll work out a deal, work out a price as a roller, race ready, however you need it. So have a good night, guys. I'll talk to you later.
'Cause we're gone.